Welcome back to Superbly Said Advanced English Vocabulary and Phrases.
We're jumping right in.
Right in. Today's phrases are pulled from a SpeakDuo lesson, and if you want to practice them, you can always go to SpeakDuo.com.
It's a great way to meet people from all over, practice on video calls, and just, build that confidence.
It is. But for now, we've got some pretty high-intensity verbs to get through.
I'm ready. This isn't textbook English, is it? This feels, it feels like how people actually talk.
That's the goal. Let's start with our first one, to burn through.
To burn through. Okay, so the basic definition is what? To use up a supply of something really fast.
Exactly. But here's the question. Why not just say, I spent all my money? Why do we need this phrase?
Well, spending sounds neutral, like it could be a good thing or a bad thing.
It's just a transaction. But burning through money, that implies something else, doesn't it?
It sounds reckless, like you're setting a pile of cash on fire. There's a lack of control to it.
Precisely. It's almost always a judgment. If you hear a project manager say, the team is burning through the quarterly budget, that's not a compliment.
No, that means they're panicked. It means the spending is out of control and way too fast.
And it's not just money. You can burn through your energy.
Oh yeah, the social battery.
That's a perfect use case. If you're in an IELTS exam, instead of saying, I get tired at parties, you could say,
I tend to burn through my social battery after just an hour or two of networking.
It's so much more descriptive. It paints a picture of a resource just vanishing.
And when you've burned through your energy, you usually want to, you want to get out of there.
Which leads us perfectly to our next phrase, to break away.
Okay, so to escape. But again, let's look at the nuance. I leave work at 5 p.m. I don't break away from work. So what's the difference?
Well, leaving at 5 p.m. is easy. It's expected. Breaking away implies a struggle. There's some kind of force holding you back.
A resistance.
Yes, exactly. Think about scrolling on your phone. You know you should stop, but the algorithm is designed to keep you there.
The endless scroll. It's genuinely hard to put the phone down sometimes.
So you don't just leave the app. You have to force yourself to break away from the screen. It takes effort.
Right. Or, what about that colleague who traps you in the kitchen?
Oh, we all have one.
And you've got a deadline, but they're telling you a story you've already heard. You can't just walk away. You have to find a way to break away from the conversation.
I finally managed to break away from Dave. It shows you had to overcome an obstacle to escape.
It really does frame the situation as a kind of trap.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit. We're moving into addiction and reliability. First up is to get hooked on.
Hooked on? Like a fish?
Exactly like a fish. You take the bait and you're caught. You can't get away. I feel like this one's used for TV shows constantly.
Oh, all the time. I got hooked on that new series after like 5 minutes.
So how is that different from just being interested in a show?
I mean, interest feels intellectual. It's a choice. Being hooked feels more like a compulsion. You have to know what happens next.
That is the word, compulsion. It's that feeling of not being able to stop, even if you wanted to. It's often used in a fun way, though.
Like with weird food combinations, I remember the example was popcorn and hot sauce.
Yep, popcorn with hot sauce. You try it once, and suddenly you're craving it every night. You're not just interested in it.
You're hooked on it.
It adds this layer of passion. It's a great upgrade from I like it.
Speaking of high-stakes moments, what about our next one? To come in clutch.
I love this one. It's modern slang that's really made its way into the professional world.
Is it safe for a formal meeting, though?
It depends, but in most modern workplaces, absolutely. The key is that it's not just about being helpful. It's about being helpful in a critical, high-pressure moment.
So the stakes have to be high.
The stakes have to be high. If I drop my pen and you pick it up, that's nice. You didn't come in clutch.
Right.
But picture this. You're about to give a huge presentation. Your laptop dies. You forgot your charger.
Absolute panic.
Just as you're about to walk in, a colleague hands you a charger that fits.
Ah, they came in clutch.
They save the day. It's all about that last-minute rescue when failure seems certain.
It's the timing that makes it clutch.
Exactly. Let's stay with that pressure. Our next phrase is on the line.
This sounds serious, on the line.
It is. It means something is at risk of being lost. But again, why not just say at risk?
At risk feels Clinical, statistical, like something an insurance company would say.
Yes, on the line is dramatic. It comes from gambling, imagining your chips are physically on the line, on the table. You could lose everything.
So it's active, it's immediate.
It is. If a manager says, my professional reputation is on the line with this project, they're raising the stakes for everyone. It means failure has personal consequences for them.
It makes it personal and urgent. I like that.
Now, when you feel like things are always on the line, you might develop a borderline obsession.
This feels like a step up from being hooked on something. It's heavier.
It is. Hooked on is usually fun. Borderline obsession means you're crossing a line into something unhealthy.
The edge of madness?
A little bit, yeah. Think about a manager who wants reports to be perfect. That's fine, but a manager who measures the page margins with a ruler.
That's a borderline obsession.
Checking your social media likes is normal. Refreshing the page every 30 seconds for an hour
is a borderline obsession. Got it. It's about losing perspective.
And when you lose perspective, you need something that keeps you sane.
Ah, a phrase for pure survival.
It really is. It's about maintaining your mental stability in a situation that is, inherently crazy.
I hear parents use this all the time.
All the time. But also in the workplace. The environment is the key. You don't need something to keep you sane when you're on vacation.
Right. You need it when you're in a stressful, chaotic, or just incredibly boring situation.
Like a long commute and traffic. Listening to music or podcasts isn't just entertainment then.
It's the only thing that stops you from going crazy. It keeps you sane.
It's your lifeline. My daily walk is the only thing keeping me sane during this project. It communicates the level of stress perfectly.
Okay, next up, to cycle through.
This one feels mechanical.
Yeah, like a machine's cycle.
And we apply it to human behavior. It means going through a series of items or options one by one over and over again.
So it's repetitive. It implies a loop.
A loop is the perfect word for it. Think about when you're bored on your phone. You open one app, scroll, get bored. Open another, scroll, get bored.
And then you go back and open the first one again.
You're cycling through your apps. There's a mindlessness to it. It often suggests you're not finding what you're looking for.
Or you're stuck, like cycling through the same troubleshooting steps for a computer problem that just won't get fixed.
Exactly. There's a sense of futility there.
Okay, for our last one. This one sounds huge. To shatter a worldview.
It is a big one. It means to completely destroy a fundamental belief someone has.
So why shatter? Why not just change my mind?
Changing your mind is like redecorating a room. Shattering a worldview is like the whole foundation of the house cracking. It's violent and structural.
Whoa.
If I convince you that one movie is better than another, I've changed your mind. If I prove to you that wrestling is fake.
Oh, that's a classic childhood trauma.
It is. Because for a kid who believes it's real, that discovery doesn't just change their opinion of wrestling. It changes how they understand truth itself.
It shatters their worldview about what adults are telling them.
Exactly. It's for those huge paradigm-shifting moments.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. I think it's time to see if we can reinforce these ideas or shatter your confidence with a little quiz.
Let's do it. I'll be here repeating the phrases to help everyone lock them in.
Perfect. And for everyone listening, feel free to pause after the options if you need a moment to think. Here we go. Question 1. Without a budget, the startup managed to burn through its initial funding in 3 months.
Okay, burn through.
Does that mean A, they managed to invest the funds wisely for future growth? B, they used up the entire supply of money extremely quickly? Or C, they saved a significant portion of the income for emergencies?
Think about that fire. To burn through.
The answer is
B, they used up the entire supply of money extremely quickly.
fast, uncontrolled, and reckless. That's the feeling of burn through. Question 2. He found it incredibly difficult to break away from the endless scroll of social media.
Break away.
Is it A, to successfully escape from a controlling situation or habit? B, to pause a specific activity briefly before continuing it? Or C, to completely destroy the physical device causing the issue?
Remember that struggle, that resistance to break away?
And the answer is A. To successfully escape from a controlling situation or habit.
Yep, you have to fight against that pull to break away.
Question 3. Bringing the portable charger really came in clutch when my phone died before the meeting.
Came in clutch.
Option A. It arrived too late to make any significant difference. Option B. It malfunctioned unexpectedly during a routine procedure. Or option C. It proved to be successfully useful in a critical situation.
High pressure, last minute, came in clutch.
The correct answer is C. It proved to be successfully useful in a critical situation.
The definition of a last-minute save. That's what it means to come in clutch.
All right, question 4. With his professional reputation on the line, he refused to compromise on quality.
On the line.
A. His reputation was already guaranteed to be successful. B. His reputation was at serious risk of being lost or harmed. Or C. His reputation was being ignored by the public entirely.
Imagine those poker chips. On the line.
The answer here is B. His reputation was at serious risk of being lost or harmed.
It was a gamble. It was all on the line.
Question 5. Her interest in vintage coffee machines has become a borderline obsession.
A borderline obsession.
Is that A. A temporary interest that fades after a short period, B. A professional requirement for career advancement, or C. An intense interest that is almost mentally unhealthy?
Crossing that line. A borderline obsession.
The answer is C. An intense interest that is almost mentally unhealthy.
Right. It's moved past a simple hobby into a borderline obsession.
Question 6. Listening to podcasts during the long commute is the only thing that keeps me sane.
Keeps me sane.
Does that mean A. To help me maintain my mental balance and stability, B. To distract me so I ignore my urgent problems entirely, or C. To encourage me to act wildly and without inhibition?
That survival tool keeps me sane.
The answer is A. To help me maintain my mental balance and stability.
It's that lifeline that keeps you sane in a stressful situation.
Question 7. I tend to cycle through the same 3 outfits every week because I hate choosing clothes.
Cycle through.
Option A. To select a single item and use it exclusively forever. Option B. To go through a series of items one by one repeatedly. Or C. To discard old items permanently in favor of new ones.
Remember the loop? Cycle through.
And the answer is B. To go through a series of items one by one repeatedly.
Round and round in that loop, you cycle through them.
Last one. Question 8. The documentary completely shattered my worldview regarding the global food industry.
Shattered my worldview.
A. To destroy a perspective or belief I held strongly. B. To slightly modify an opinion based on new minor evidence. Or C. To reinforce an existing belief with additional valid proof.
The total demolition. Shattered my worldview.
The answer is A. To destroy a perspective or belief I held strongly.
It didn't just change it, it broke it. It shattered your worldview.
And that is the quiz. If you did well, you're definitely on your way to sounding more precise and more natural.
It all comes down to that nuance. Choosing the word that doesn't just say what happened, but how it felt.
Exactly. So for this week, the advice is simple. Pick just one of these, maybe came in clutch or keeps me sane, and just try to use it in a real conversation.
You have to actually use it for it to stick.
You do. Thanks for joining us for this critique. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.